Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
And what I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't give to be at Saskatoon right now. Big tribute to Gordie Howe, absolutely.
We'll just roll the highlights. You guys will kind of grasp it at home, right?
Well, there's still some nice things going on in the city tonight here, including the biggest high school basketball tournament.
Yeah, so happening right now, and of course that we are talking about the Hugh Morrell Border Classic. See 16 teams competing for bragging rights and a pretty sweet trophy, right? And what better way to kick off the tournament than with a good old-fashioned rivalry? We have the Lloydminster Barons and the Holy Rosary ladies, let's speak. So, which of course, winner moves on for a chance to compete for the top prize. Loser is out. Let's head to the highlights. We've got opening quarter. Britt Wells from downtown gets all 5'11" into that shot. We're all tied up at 9. Now some great passing as Lane Guest shakes off her man, finds a streaking Haley Seffrin for the easy 2. Now tough break for the Barons, just under 30 seconds to go in the game. Scores 49-48 Raiders. Guest gets the foul here on Wells. So the grade 12 student will head to the foul line. She has nothing but net. Now the second shot, it too is also good. That made it 51-48. And well, that was the final nail in the Barons' quest for a championship. They are out of contention and the Raiders are moving on.
We've talked about it a little bit. We're really trying to string together some wins though for our season and get a little bit better weekend by weekend. So we haven't really focused too much on the three-peat, so to speak, but I know it's hanging there in everybody's mind.
When you lose a game, you're disappointed. I know for our girls, it would have meant a lot. Yeah, but we're proud of our effort, and our girls are too. And they left it all out there, and that's all we expect of them for sure.
Meanwhile, over on the guys' side, Barons hosting St. Paul. Zach Wilson drives the lane for the hoop, completes the three-point play. Then it's Kirk Hahn taking the feed and burying this basket. Barons were up by 24. Now Hahn was feeling it minutes later. Drives to the hoop, nails it despite being fouled. The Barons continue their pressure. Ryan Hatcher drills the long-range throw. Well, then it's Corey Watt executing the perfect pick and roll. He lays it in for the easy 2. Barons move on. It was a blowout against St. Paul, 72-38.
We came out moving the ball well, playing good defense. Our shots were on, and we just took care of business leading into the next game.
Yeah, the guys came out fired up, and again, we don't get the opportunity to play in front of our home crowd, so it was a good opportunity for the boys, and I thought they put on a good show tonight.
All right, to hockey now. 4 huge points are up for grabs this weekend for the Lloydminster Bobcats. 2 home games in as many nights, and seeing how the team is on a 3-game losing streak, they know they need to stop the bleeding soon.
Points are important. We got to look after ourselves, not worry about where Fort McMurray is or where any of these other teams are behind us. We got to worry about ourselves. And if we get the job done in our dressing room, then Fort McMurray is not going to bypass us, and neither are the other teams. It's in our control. It's still our destiny.
The Cats are coming off a 3-2 shootout loss, allowing Whitecourt to score 2 goals in less than a minute to take the lead. Now, Evan Schumi opened the scoring in that game. He's finding his stride as of late, scoring in 2 straight. He has 3 goals in his last 5 games.
There's always momentum swings, when you trade goals back and forth with the opponent. But, we got back into it. We tied it up, and fortunately, we couldn't close it in the overtime there. So, very important. We're trying to hold on to second place, and right now, winning's our main priority. Second place is big. We get home ice advantage if we stay there. So.
Both the Canmore Eagles and the Drayton Valley Thunder are in town this weekend. Now, Lloydminster desperately needs 4 points, but even with those teams both lower in the standings than the Cats, the coach is not looking too far ahead.
We've really got to simplify it and go in against Canmore, who can be a real solid team on the road, get that 2 points, then we'll worry about Sunday when Sunday comes. And it's Drayton Valley, and they've always been an MS of ours. We've battled hard against them, our rink and their rink. So we'll take it 1 game at a time, get 2 points, shoot for the 2 points on Saturday night, and help turn that corner. And then Sunday, hopefully we'll be able to go in and to build on a win from the night before.
Meanwhile, the Bonneville Pontiacs are back at home, taking on those Canmore Eagles, who are here tomorrow. Now, this is their 3rd matchup of the year. The Yaks took the previous games, outscoring the Eagles 9-3. Of course, all eyes will be on Kyler Hain and Evan Warmington. Hain is riding his 6-game point streak, while Warmington is at 4. Puck drop is at 7:30 at RJ Lalonde Arena. Well, it's do or die for the Lloydminster Border Kings this weekend. And the AA senior men's team is entering the first round of playoffs and needs to beat the 5th place Daysland North Stars to stay alive. Now, Daysland may be in last place, but that's only because of having an illegal number of players on their active roster. Now, it's an offense the league penalized the team with by taking away their points, which moved them to last place.
We've had really good game with them. We played them 4 times, beat them once, and they beat us 3 times. And they're beatable, but we got to come with our A game to I guess, overcome their skills.
Now, no matter how deep the Border Kings go, they can't qualify for the national tournament this year, as they're being forced to sit out a year after switching to the Alberta League. But winning isn't the imminent goal of the squad, as they've recently lost players to surrounding men's leagues in the area.
Keep senior hockey going in Lloyd. It's a struggle right now, trying to find leagues to play in, trying to get these local kids to come out. Because senior hockey is what they've always classified as a working man's league. We always schedule it. It's work, family, and then hockey. So it's tough to get these good hockey players that have come out and gotten little kids and stuff like that.
And the Border Kings play the first of the 3-game series tomorrow at the Civic at 4:15. Of course, that is right before the Bobcats game. Well, the Lloydminster Bandits are back on the ice tonight after an 11-0 drubbing of the Saddle Lake Warriors last week. Now, tonight's tilt, though, going to be a lot tougher. The Wainwright Bisons are tops in the league and have only lost twice this year. This is the 4th matchup between these two teams, with the Bisons taking the previous 3. You can catch the action at the Civic Center at 7:30. And more basketball action in the Border City. The Lakeland Rustlers men's and women's team are hosting Keano College. The women's team sitting comfortably in top spot in the North with a 16-2 record, while the men's team, well, they're already in playoff mode. They are right now on the outside looking in, despite being tied with 2 other teams. Now, they need to win with just 6 games left. All right, and the Rustlers Athletics also hosting Aboriginal Night tonight at the game. They will have traditional dancing and drumming in between the games. Well, the race for the men's provincial title in Wainwright is getting down to the final stages. And for one rink, the road has been bumpy at best. But as Moses Wooldu reports, they wouldn't have it any other way.
It's been a journey for Tom Sawllows and his rink. Once skipped by Scott Manners, Sawllows and the rest of the team struggled for the better part of the season. And as playdowns approached, so too came a decision.
We had some tough spiels, and I mean, when things aren't working out, you got to shake it up somehow.
Manners' injury would force him to step down, leaving Sawllows with the foursome. Having curled with each other for the better part of 2 years, there was no need for adjustment.
I played with Tom and Jordan last year, and Tom is amazing at being able to throw that last stone, and so we knew that at least we weren't entirely abandoned, right?
Our chemistry's great. They've worked so hard, and we just keep getting better. And then Ryan's such a good teammate out there that he just slotted in really good, and he was eager to stay on board, and we just kept going. And same with Kay, the coach.
I personally like the flow, what we had going on, so I was comfortable with sticking with these current guys, and yeah, I'm certainly glad I have. We're here at the provincials and giving it a good run here right now.
A unique run from a team that failed to qualify at every bonspiel this season. And that's not the only thing that sets his team apart.
We've actually made a switch in Jordan's call in the game. I like to sweep. I don't like to get cold and lonely back there anymore. So Jordan's doing a heck of a job, and I'm just throwing last, and he's kind of captaining the ship now, and I kind of like it better that way.
I'm super comfortable back there, and Tom's throwing the brick. I'm really comfortable with that as well. I mean, him sweeping and staying warm is really beneficial to him, and he makes a ton of shots that way. So, I mean, personally, I like to hold the broom and throw the brick if I'm going to throw the brick. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing that he can do that as well.
Now, the group based out of the Grand Prairie Curling Club has had its ups and downs this week, looking to qualify for the weekend, hoping to keep that great run of form from playdowns right through to a berth in Calgary. Moses Wooldu, Newcap Sports.
And of course, that is your look at sports. There will be more news and weather for you after the break. Stay tuned.